Hello, this is Shantali Eckerson, and this reading is for people who have Taurus rising. This reading is, and that means Taurus in your first house. So this reading is for the solar eclipse, the new moon on June 10th. So if you have Taurus in your first house, this is for you. Um, I am a tarot reader, a astrologer, and a life coach, and a business coach. And I do everything I do here is to help womenpreneurs um, understand where they need to take care of themselves more and their career more, so that we can all succeed together. And so, that being said, I'm going to be focusing on what the new moon is going to mean for you and what it's going to mean for your business. Okay, so let's start off with um, getting the overall direction of what the meaning the full moon. If I can get my words together, that would be great. What this new moon is going to mean for us. I'm going to use these guidance oracle cards to get clarity on what the new moon is going to mean for you. I'm going to kind of be making this spread up as I go. Shuffling now. What does the new moon in Taurus mean for Taurus rising? Okay. So I feel like this is just me. I put the card down, but I didn't look at it yet. This is just using my clairvoyance and what I see. I see a lot of water and I see a lot of rocks and mountains. So this means a lot of challenges. Might be experiencing a lot of challenges when it comes to emotions. A lot of challenging emotions. And since we're talking about Taurus, we're also in a way talking about Scorpio. And Scorpio deals with, okay, that makes sense. Scorpio deals with, things that happen underneath the surface, traumatic events that might have been buried, emotions from traumatic events that might have been buried, but a lot of challenges with emotions. So this means that you might need to take care of your mental and your emotional health. Take it very seriously during this time. Okay, now I'm gonna look at the card. It is Ishtar, boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others. Demands on your time and energy. Okay, and it was upside down. It was reversed. Okay, so if we're gonna connect that to the image I saw, I feel like uh, emotions might come up, maybe that you've been bearing when it comes to um, when it comes to the things that your ability to say no to others. So that might need to be examined. How are you because it's the new moon, you want to look at new ways to create boundaries or starting to create boundaries. If you have not been creating boundaries, now is the time. Okay. Now let's do some clarifying. What cards am I going to use to clarify? Let's see. Um, let's use these Akashic Record tarot cards to clarify. I'm gonna clarify 3 times. What does the overall meaning mean for Taurus rising? What does this Ishtar reverse mean for Taurus rising? I feel like the same card came out with Aries rising, but I don't know. I'll have to look back and see. I'm not rushing through anything. I'm just gonna take my time and do this so you can get a clear and detailed understanding of what the new moon is going to mean for you. This is not going to be the same for every Taurus rising. This is a general reading, so it's going to touch who it touches, and I'll be glad for whoever it reaches. But I just want to be as detailed as possible for whoever will connect with it. Please clarify Ishtar reverse. Please clarify Ishtar reverse. Okay. The next card we're going to get a better understanding of what this reading is the the card that represents the full moon or the new moon is the reflection card. So this would be this talks about illusions, and it talks about, well, it says reflection. So we're just gonna go with that. But I feel like it's reflecting on something that you haven't seen in the past. The new moon, um, when the new with the new moon, there's a sense of not really knowing what's going on because it's so dark. There's no illumination. The moon is dark. Okay, so there's a sense of being in the darkness about something, being in the dark about something. Maybe because there's some deceit, maybe because there's some illusions, but also reflecting back on times in your past where, like I said in the beginning, where not setting boundaries, not saying no has um, has caused maybe negative and challenging emotions to kind of build up. And now the new moon, the solar eclipse, is telling you to look back and reflect on those times, and don't be afraid. Scorpio is all about facing your fears and being fearless in um, understanding the being fearless in facing your fears. Because once you face your fears, that's where you find your power. That's when you find your power. Okay. So it's time to reflect on the boundaries that you weren't able, or you didn't see how, or you just didn't set in the past, so you can find your power. Okay. So we're going to do some more clarifying on this. Please clarify each. Please clarify each. Please clarify each. Here we go. I just shuffle until I feel it to stop. I don't try to rush it. That's what I'm saying. I'm just taking my time. Okay. We have caught in the ruins. It's something that needs to die. That and Scorpio, which would be in your seventh house, and yeah, Scorpio is in your seventh house. So something you're resisting in relationships, because the seventh house represents business and relationships overall. It represents a lot more things, but it represents business and relationships. So there's something that you're resisting that needs to end when it comes to business or relationships. Something needs to end so there can be a new beginning. Something needs to end so there can be a new beginning. And it's probably lack the fact that you don't set boundaries that needs to end, or you haven't set them in the past. Something needs to end so there can be a new beginning. Sometimes we try to blame other people for what we haven't done. You know, like if you're not saying if you're not saying I don't like this, if you're not standing up for yourself and um you're not clearly communicating what you do not want and the consequences of um people's actions. If you're not clearly communicating, then people aren't going to know. And you can't blame them if they don't know. If you're hiding how you feel, to Scorpio, I keep talking about Scorpio, you're Taurus rising, but your seventh house is really talking right now, you know. But with Scorpio, things can be hidden. So you might want to think about the times that you hid your feelings, when you hid the things that you how you really felt, when you hid how the things that certain people did made you feel. It's time to really look at that and make the adjustments where they need to be adjusted in business and or relationships. This is for, this isn't just for, this is however it applies. We'll probably get some clarity on um if it's talking about business or relationships or um further into the reading. So I'm going to clarify one more time for the overall reading, then I'm going to get into the spread. Please clarify each topic. Start the flame. Please clarify each topic. I don't know where this is coming from, but it's a song. I'm guessing this is clear audience. You can take it how you take it, okay? Uh, but when songs pop in my head when I'm doing a reading, I feel like I'm led to say what it is. But what's his name? I think it's Jay Holiday. It was a song, "Take You to Bed." I'ma take you to bed, bed, bed. That song, it's in my head right now. And Scorpio, it does have a lot to do with Scorpio does represent sex. Um, and what is there? Is yeah, Scorpio does represent sex, and yeah, it has K2 there. The south node of the moon is in Scorpio, so there might be the lack of setting boundaries. Could have you in your feelings about something, and because you're in your feelings, you're not feeling like it could be affecting the intimacy, sexual intimacy in the relationship. Okay. Now one more card, feel and just popped in my head. Okay, here we go. of the Covenant, and it's reversed. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. This looks like someone, I've been saying you need to set boundaries, but it's looking like somebody might have crossed a boundary. Someone and you and some of you Taurus rising are thinking about it, thinking about how boundaries have been crossed in the past, and you're um either you are some of you might be resisting the fact that you don't want to do this anymore. Some of you are ready to just cut it off, cut this relationship out. Some of you know that this person has pushed the boundaries too many times, but you're resisting ending it. They broke the covenant. They broke the agreement that you had. And you want to make a decision to go ahead and end this, but there's some resistance. So you got to be honest with yourself during this new moon. Don't allow yourself to keep living in deceit, whether it's somebody else deceiving you or you deceiving yourself about this relationship, business or romantic. If you don't set any boundaries, then they're going to keep crossing the line because there isn't even a line if you're not even setting boundaries. So now we're going to get into the reading. Let's see. I think I'm gonna use these again. So, um, what question are we gonna ask? Question. Um, what does Taurus rising need to know about setting boundaries in the past? Okay. Okay. in the past, using my clairvoyance again, what I see, emotions. Uh, it might have been times where your emotions were maybe erratic, like the boundaries that people push or this person pushed in the past made you kind of express your emotions in a way that was uncontrolled. You felt like you couldn't control your emotions concerning the boundaries that have been pushed. They pushed the boundaries and maybe you were reactive instead of um, responsive. Maybe you just reacted, and that's how you handle things in the past. So I'm gonna look at Annie. This is okay. This is the card that talks about how your emotions, no, how you dealt with boundaries in the past. So, Annie, leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Hmm. Now, that's what the card says, but I feel like, again, this would kind of be like the fool in tarot. So, with the fool, it's not really looking where it's going. He can be irresponsible, erratic, just real childish and immature. And that kind of goes with what I was saying with the way that you handled people pushing your boundaries in the past. So you kind of just, ah, let your emotions out like that. Um, I'm gonna use my little homemade card right here to clarify what this means, how you dealt with emotions in the past. How did you deal with emotions in the past, Taurus rising? Did you just get tired of reacting and then you just shut down and that's why you're not setting boundaries now? I hope you didn't give up. It does look like you're from the um from the cards I pulled before, is it did show that you were resisting change, something that you knew. Like I hope that you're not just being in a relationship just to be in a relationship and knowing that somebody keeps stepping over boundaries, but because maybe you wore yourself out in the beginning of the relationship by reacting and reacting and reacting, that maybe that you're one of those people who are like just checked out of the relationship and shut down because you know that this person is going to do what they want to do anyway. Please clarify leap of faith. Please clarify leap of faith. Okay, what is clarifying? Okay, you had a lot of misguided energy. It's the Eight of Wands reverse. You put a lot of energy into uh when it comes to boundaries, how you dealt with boundaries in the past. You might have been reckless and putting energy where it didn't belong. Putting like I said, wearing yourself out with don't do this to me. I told you to stop. Didn't I tell you to stop? Why you keep doing this to me? you know, maybe empty threats, maybe yelling, crying, you know, because none of that is setting boundaries, none of that is setting boundaries. Telling somebody that they're hurting you over and over again is not setting boundaries. That wasting your time and your energy, just like the Eight of Wands. You have to actually use your actions when it comes to boundaries. You can use your words to communicate what the boundaries are, but when it comes to putting boundaries in place, you need action. Please clarify. Belief of faith. 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 Oh my goodness, these cards are flying everywhere. okay. And now we have okay. Now we have the knight of we have the knight of coins and it's reversed. Now if it was upright, then it would be someone who's trustworthy, someone who takes their time, someone who um yeah, someone who takes their time to make sure everything is right, somebody who has is very, anyway, that's not what I'm trying to say is if it was upright, he would be trustworthy, but he is not upright, he is reversed. And I feel like this is the person that you're dealing with. So you might have been reckless and wasted a lot of energy on a person who was not trustworthy and who didn't mind pushing your boundaries. That's who your energy was given to. Please clarify. Leap effect. Please clarify. Leap effect. Oh boy. My backup power source. about to die. So I hope that I'm not gonna rush the read, but I just hope that it doesn't cut out and I have to do a part two. We'll see. Oh, Jim and Nick Cricket. Now I had the double reverse. Now I have the double reverse. Okay, so this relationship, when I see that, I know it's reversed, um, but it's this when we're talking about the devil and relationships, then I see codependency and toxic relationships. Being addicted, like being addicted to this person, being addicted to the thought of what this relationship is or what it could be. And maybe that's what's keeping you hanging on. Or maybe that's what kept you hanging on in the past. But you have to understand that you can, even though it feels like this relationship has a hold on you, you do have the power to be free from it. And that's what you had to learn. We're talking about the past. You had to learn that you can be free from it. It's not holding you like you think it is, even though it seems like it or it seems like it. Now I'm gonna see the present. I'm gonna stick with these good old guys. What does Taurus rising need to know about setting boundaries in the present? And I keep thinking, it keeps coming to my head with when I was talking about sex, like the boundaries creating some type of obstacle in the sex life. It could be that this person keeps cheating and you don't want to have sex with them because they keep breaking boundaries. What does Taurus rising need to know about setting boundaries? Okay. And I think right now is where the challenge is. Um, Using clairvoyance again, I just see a big boulder in like a desert, you know. Right now, setting boundaries might be very challenging for some reason. It could be because of mental health, um, but it's very challenging right now. Or there's a, I'm gonna leave it right there, and I'm gonna look at this card. Oh my gosh, butterfly mating transformation. Transformation is Scorpio, and like I said, Scorpio's in your seventh house of Taurus rising. So with um K2 being there, that's transformation. That's quick, sudden changes that are there to help you evolve. And then you have Scorpio is transformation, the transformation of death into life. So there's transformation there. So presently is okay. So I'm gonna read this thing here. You are experiencing enormous change right now. Hey, I told you, which brings great blessings. Okay, great blessings. So once you face your fears when it comes to creating boundaries, I feel like I'm yelling, but once you once you face your fears when it comes to creating boundaries and do what you feel is the hardest thing for you to do, that is going to bring blessings. That's going to bring blessings. Okay. Yay. Okay. So, yeah, it's going to bring blessings when you do the thing that you feel like is so hard to do when it comes to setting boundaries. That's really going to help you. That's what this new moon is trying to say, trying to bring to light for you. Please clarify transformation for the please clarify transformation. don't even know how long I've been going. Okay, next card is the of the Queen of Wands. She's reversed. Um, this talks about self care, taking care of yourself. And then we started with saying no and setting boundaries. Um, so there's a lot of focus on other people. It's a lot of focus on what other people need, what other people want from you, and not what you need to give yourself. Talking about you giving back to yourself, you taking care of yourself. That's what needs to change. That's where the transformation is. Please clarify. Cards all over the place. Okay, this is the reverse Queen of Coins now. Now, what does this mean? This is definitely you needing to you needing to get yourself back on your feet. These queens are both upside down. I'm gonna pull an oracle card to see what. Please clarify Queen of Coins. Please clarify Queen of Coins. Reverse. Please clarify. You have to value yourself, Taurus. Taurus rising. Taurus is all about, what I have. Value your skills, value yourself, value yourself. Don't put others over you. Please clarify reverse Queen of Coins. Hmm. So K2, I'm shuffling and seeing stuff at the same time. But so K2 is takes things away. Okay. And I'm talking about the south node of the moon that's in Scorpio in your seventh house. It takes things away. But Rahu, the north node of the moon in your first house, that that makes things bigger. So it's taking away some of the focus maybe on your seventh house in this relationship. So you can focus more on taking care of you. Mercury is also there, so you might want to communicate your value more. You can do that through setting boundaries, being vocal about what your boundaries are. And this is don't back down. Stand up for what you believe in. Bridget is the goddess that's on this oracle card. So that's how that's what it's saying. Don't back down. Stand up for what you believe in. Queen, get your money. Get your money. That's all I see. You need to get back on your feet. Stand up for what you believe in and take care of yourself. It could is it money? Is it what we have, which is what Scorpio is, what we have, what we share? Is that keeping you stuck in a relationship? Please clarify transformation. Every time I say transformation, I've been listening to for some reason I keep listening to that Princess and the Frog song. I got friends on the other side, and he's like transformation station. So every time I hear transformation, I get that in my head. Moving right along. Please clarify transformation. Okay. Now it's so many queens. Oh my lord. The Queen of Swords. You got all three queens clarifying transformation. The only one that's not here is Queen of Cups. You got reverse Queen of Wands, reverse Queen of Coins, and you have the upright Queen of Swords. Now it is cutting time. Okay. Okay. Now let me tell you about Oya. I wanted to talk about Oya. Every time I talk about Scorpio, I want to talk about Oya because I love Oya. Oya is a goddess. I'm not a goddess. She's a Orisha, and she represents Scorpio. And she had a um was it a machete? I forgot the kind of sword that she had, but she had a sword that she used. And this Queen of Swords right here, well, this Queen of Swords is really Oba, the Orisha Oba, and it's all about fairness, and it's all about seeing things clearly and knowing what to do and taking action on it. So if you know this person is continually looks like looks like being deceitful, looks like this person is being deceitful, pushing boundaries, could be having sex with other people, you need to be honest with yourself. See the situation for what it is and cut that foolishness out. Cut it out. Anything that is the old, just talking about transforming. This is how you're going to transform when it comes to setting boundaries. You're going to have to see things clearly for what it is, be honest with you first, cut that crap out. Okay, cut it out. Now I'm going to go to the advice. The advice. Should I switch it up? Nope. What is Taurus rising advice for setting boundaries? What is Taurus rising advice for this new moon? Okay. Cordelia, go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. That is your advice. Um, but I really feel like it was upside down. Okay. It came out upside down. So I feel like you need to go inside. That's what Scorpio was all about. Going inside, getting deep down deep. And what I saw when I was using my clairvoyance is just a lot of darkness, a cat, a black cat, and yeah, it was just like really dark. And I feel like it's saying your advice for right now is to go within. Don't be afraid of the dark. Don't be afraid of the negativity. Don't be afraid of uh don't be afraid of the things that don't be afraid to look at the times people were catty to you or evil to you. Don't be afraid of the dark. And that's the darkness that you might have within you, that you might have accumulated within you or hidden with you as a result of not setting boundaries. So go inside and face those fears, because when you come out, after you face those fears, that's where you'll find your power and your blessing. I mean, okay, let's clarify. Go outside. Please clarify. This is your advice. Please clarify. Go outside. Okay. Now I got the Knight of Coins and it's upright. So does this mean that you setting boundaries is going to make this person get get their stuff together and act right? This is a knight though. Do you want him after he gets his stuff together and act right, or she or they, and then they still aren't a king or a queen yet? They're a knight still. I don't know. I don't know. But this could mean that you need to I believe that the Knight of Coins represents Taurus. Your what's in your first house. So this could be to you need to Taurus rising focus on you and your goals and don't let anything or anyone take you off of them when you're moving forward. After you set these boundaries, stick to them. After you see, go within and look at the darkness or negativity that's on the inside. Stick to your healing, stick to your progress, stick to your growth, stick to your transformation. Be consistent with it because your first house represents your whole entire life. Okay, it represents your whole life, and when you have something as powerful as a solar eclipse and it's transiting your first house, well, yeah, it's going to be life changing, especially because it has something to do with Scorpio, which is transformation. It's going to be life changing. And when this happens, you have to when you decide to make these changes, your life will definitely change, especially if you are dedicated to yourself and don't go backwards. You stay moving forward and determined and strong no matter what. Your whole life will change. Just don't go backwards, please. I know it's easy. You might need to get a coach, you might need to have a support team, you might need to yeah, get some accountability, get something that's going to help you stay moving forward and determined, and that's someone that's going to help you stay focused on your change for you. It's no longer time to focus on what we have. It's time to focus on what you have. I know I sound like I keep saying the same thing over and over again. I probably am. Please clarify. Go outside. Please clarify. Go outside. This is judgment, but it's reversed. Let me see what this is talking about. Don't go back. Don't go back on. It could be saying like I just said. It might seem like I'm repeating myself, but really it's the cards repeating themselves. I keep pulling different cards and they keep saying the same thing over and over again because they really want you to see the confirmation in the cards, and so you can know this is what it's saying for real. Okay, so please clarify judgment. Wow, transformation again. She came out again. The same card, butterfly maiden, transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So it's just reminding you of what it said before, and that is to don't go back on your judgment. Why? Because the everything that's happening right now, the universe is orchestrating and putting it together. All you have to do is do the work and flow with it. And then once you do that, that's when you'll see your transformation and your blessings. Don't go against it. The judgment that the universe has made. Don't and once you've made your choices, don't go backwards. Okay. I'm gonna pull one more card to see what your advice is. Then I'm gonna pull um see what this new moon one card for what this new moon will mean for your business. Please clarify. Go outside. Oh, I'm sorry. That came out of nowhere. Okay, the last one is Six of Wands, and it's reversed. So that means not getting your reward. And so that is it keeps confirming the same thing. Now, one reason why it might be saying the same thing is what I just thought of is that Taurus is known for being kind of stubborn and kind of hard headed because you 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 kind of want things to be your way and you feel like you already know the best way for that to be, and you're kind of gonna you're it's hard for you to change, and that's why you need to lean more towards Scorpio because that's where the transformation is. Taurus doesn't like to do things for the most part that cause a big change. Taurus likes things to be steady. Okay, so listen, listen to yourself, listen to the truth. Do what's going to be hard because if you don't, you will not be rewarded for everything you've been through. All the emotional challenges, all the pain in the relationship, all that you won't be rewarded if you resist the universe on it. If you don't make a choice to stand up for yourself and cut and see things clearly and be honest with yourself. Okay? Now, one more card to see how this is going to affect this uh, solar eclipse new moon is going to affect your business or your career. How will the new moon solar eclipse affect Taurus rising career or business? How will solar eclipse new moon in Taurus affect Taurus rising business or career? Okay, this is ooh, Dana, High Priestess. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. Hey, cool beans. Let's see. Let's get a little bit more in here. Please clarify that. Okay. This is the art, Saraswati. Okay. Express yourself through creative activities. Okay. Okay. Taurus. That makes sense. That makes sense, Taurus. Um, because Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus loves the arts, and so with Taurus, there could be you might like writing or drawing or art. Please clarify. Singing even. This Taurus is um Taurus is the second zodiac sign. It deals a lot with your throat chakra. Singing could be a way. Um, could be a part of your business or career right now. Okay, next is Irene, peace. There is no need to worry as everything is working out beautifully. Peace. That is also Taurus. Okay. So you might be expressing yourself to help people find peace, or you might need to do more things to relax, like singing and meditating, and that'll help you in your business and career. I'm going to put one more card to get a better understanding. Please clarify. Say, please clarify. So all through the reading, we were mainly talking about Scorpio. Now we get to your business. Now we're to Taurus. The Taurus represents money, the things that you accumulate, the things that you have. So talking about banks and things like that, your savings, things that you have, your possessions. Please clarify that. But yeah, Taurus is money. So I'm guessing this is why we're here when it's talking about business and career. The opposite side of Scorpio, your first house. Okay, the last card is Cathar, receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. Okay, now this, okay, there's a lot about, okay, the high priestess, very intuitive and psychic. She knows the secrets of the unknown. She knows the secrets. And it could be that you, okay, secrets is also represent Scorpio because so many things are hidden, it represents Scorpio too. So doing Taurus things can help you lead to Scorpio things. So doing things like singing or drawing or art, music, doing things that help you get into a peaceful place, that can really help you um, to receive the answers and wisdom that you need to know as far as your business and your career. Okay. And that is what I have for you. If you're interested in a personal reading, look in the description box below. I do past life readings. I do love readings. I do general tarot readings. I do Akashic record readings. I do life coaching. I do business coaching, and I also um, do things to help you set up your website and your business because I'm all about helping womenpreneurs succeed. Okay, so look in the description box below, and I hope that you got something out of this reading. Talk to you next time. Take care of yourself.